Good morning. It's transition day and I don't have my aligners on right now because I'm about to have my coffee. My teeth. So, I'm gonna drink my coffee, finish my binge watching of 90 Day Fiancé, and then I am going to be filming my webisode.
Hey guys, so I finished my binge watching and it's Saturday and it's actually transition day, so I am finally in the double digits. 31 weeks left. It seems forever, but I do know that before I know it, I'll be already halfway done. It's weird to know that in 6 weeks I go back to see my orthodontist to get my new packs. Like I said, it just seems like it's taking forever, but the process is actually really fast. The transition early, that was really unexpected, actually went better than I thought it was gonna be. I thought that, knowing me, the first 24 hours were gonna be super easy, and then after that it was gonna be super horrendous. Luckily it wasn't. So they pretty much stayed in place most of the week. I did not need to use my chewies as often, so my poor little destroyed chewies. Last time we spoke, this one was in 2 pieces, and now my first white one is still in 2 pieces. Here's the other little bit over here. I usually have a tendency to chew them like on the tips over here, so it's a little bit normal that the chewies do use out a little bit more on the ends, but for 6 more weeks until I go and see my orthodontist, it's not the end of the world. I'm actually home alone today, so I got all dolled up for nothing because I'm not planning to really go out. Yesterday when I left work, it was ice rain, so I actually almost fell a few times before getting to my car. But I decided today, because I'm filming with you guys, to put a little bit of effort into my makeup, because this is basically what I wear every day to go to work. And since I'm here on the weekends with you guys, I'm filming in pajamas, I might as well put a little bit of effort in my face. So before I start getting in onto my week, other than my little messy man bun up there, not a man, but reminds me of the man bun, it's my at-home / I didn't feel like doing anything to my hair but didn't want to tie it all up look. I actually don't put that much on. I think I do more work on my eyebrows than I actually do on the rest of my face. So I think in my last video I explained that I do use this day and night. So at night before I go to sleep, in the morning when I wake up after I wash my face, I put this on. It's a brow serum that helps fill out the hairless spots on your brows. On this brow over here in particular, like in this area here, I do have a few hairs that are growing, but I highly doubt that anything's gonna grow back there, due to major plucking when I was younger. So I always start off with this morning and night. I let that dry. Usually I do my stuff around the house, make my coffee. By the time I finish my coffee's done. I use tinted brow mascara. I actually got the same company as my eyebrow pencil. So I use the NYX tinted brow mascara in black because yes, my hair is naturally black. So my eyebrows are naturally black. I use this, let it dry, and then I brush it out so that it doesn't look too caked on. I brush it out and then I just fill in little hairlines with my crayon. I've been getting a little bit better with this because I do like my boxy brows. As you can tell, I like them to be dark and on my face. This is just until I decide whether I go back to do microblading or not. So that takes a good chunk of my morning. I then use a little bit of concealer under my eyes. I just literally just put the concealer and kind of blend it a little bit in my face where there's a little bit of redness, a little bit of darkness, whatever, just so that it evens it out. Mascara, and then whatever lipstick I feel like using. My mascara, I actually bought in Industrialized Quantities when I go to L'Oreal sale. It's the Last Sensational from Maybelline. I bought like 4 or 5 of these, so I'm good for the year. And like I said, lipstick, it's whatever is my fancy. So today, if you don't know this color, you have to get out of the rock you're living under and go out in the world. It's the most popular color from Kat Von D. Like I said, I'm not even gonna bother mentioning it, because if you don't know it, get out from under a rock, go to Sephora, find out what it is. Okay, so this week, like I said, transition week was super smooth compared to my other transition weeks where I'm chewing on chewies for most of my week, and then by the time it fits properly, I'm already going on to my next one. But this one was pretty okay for week 9. I'm crossing my fingers that for week 10 goes super well. It was very cold this week, so Sabrina was eating a lot of hot foods. What I have changed since week 8 is if I find food is too hot, now that my teeth can close properly without my aligners in, I take the chance of taking off my aligners, eating super fast, and then putting my aligners back in. I know my orthodontist said to eat with them, but I don't want to risk warping them like my first experience of warping was. And if I'm at home, might as well. It's not gonna hurt. So I've been doing that. Like I said, I was just more worried for that since the last incident. So when I see food's a little bit too hot or I see too much steam, I pop them out, eat, brush my teeth, do my thing, pop them back in. Okay. It hasn't disrupted anything, so I think I'm just gonna keep going on that route itself. I was actually looking last week. I didn't talk about it last week, but I was actually looking at different apps to help me track my journey, because I know that in Invisalign you could activate a like an account and help track it, but I'm on the internet all day at work. I don't want to go to another internet site at home to track my teeth. So I found an app called Tray Minder. So when you open it up, it actually opens up onto, it opens up onto a calendar, and it shows you your days where you transition. You could put in how, like, the allotted time that you had them out of your mouth, so you can more or less calculate each day how long you have them out of your mouth, which is actually pretty good, because they recommend you have it for at least 22 hours a day, so you could kind of more or less see where you're at in your wear, which isn't too bad. And it also helps you track your treatment target date, like when it's supposed to end. I know that it's just temporary, because your treatment could change, so I do know it's temporary, but it's still fun to see where you're at with your treatment. So since my early change, my treatment end date is actually for the 26th or the 27th of July, depending how my treatment goes. It could be sooner, it could be longer, we don't know, so we will see. That's an interesting app. So once again, it's called Tray Minder. It has a cool feature that it reminds you to actually take weekly pictures, which is very good, because I actually like to look at my progress. I know you could see it in your trays, but idiot me, I forgot to start taking pictures from day 0 to now. So I've been taking pictures here and there, and I physically see the difference, but it's nice to actually see it in black and white and look back and be like, oh my god, this is so cool. So I actually started week 8, sorry, because that's when I got the app. I started week 8, and it seems to be interesting. It tells me when I have to take my selfies. It tells me when I have to change them. Like this morning it said, don't forget, today you have to change your liner. So I actually changed it right before I came on here with you guys. So this week was really cold, like I said, and I actually had my annual doctor's appointment. I was supposed to go in July, but because I had my palate surgery, I didn't. And it was a good thing that I went, because it's just always good to get an annual physical just to make sure everything's fine. And because I have so many, I'm susceptible to so many things. Like, I'm pre-diabetic, I have PCOS, I'm anemic during certain times of the year. It's always good just to go get a physical, see if we need to get any updates done. And when I went, I actually found out I have to go and get my ultrasound for my thyroid. So next Friday, since I'm off of work for the holidays, I'm actually gonna pop by the hospital, give my referral so I can get my appointment for that. It's nothing urgent, but it's something I need to get done. So on the note of doctor's appointments, while I was there, it was really funny because he's like, oh, I'm gonna weigh you, which was cool, but he's like, I'm also gonna measure you because you haven't measured in a while, and I'm not sure that the measurements here are exact. So when he measured my height, I was a little bit skeptical because he's like, oh, you grew. And I was like, okay, how did I grow? I'm 31 years old, how did I grow? The last time I was measured was 10 years ago. So he's like, it is possible that you did grow a little bit. Like, it's not like a big growth spurt like when you're in puberty, but you can grow up until a certain age. So I'm like, okay. So I was 1.50 meters, 1.5 meters. So it's about 4'11". And I'm now 5'2", which is, if I'm not mistaken, if I do the calculations right, it's 1.58 or 5'7" meters. That's like with normal hair. If I have this little crazy bun on my head, or I'm in gym mode where I tie all my hair, if you include my bun in my height, it's 5'4". But I'm 5'2", which was very interesting because I was talking to him about how I gained weight and I'm trying to lose weight, and to see if everything was fine. And when he calculated my BMI, which I know it's not an exact way to calculate whether you're overweight or not because it's very vast, but he actually surprised me. He said, you're on the lower risk of being overweight, so it's not that bad. He's like, I'm not gonna tell you not to exercise and eat right, but whatever you're doing good. And he's like, and I think your Invisalign is actually helping. So that was good. And got my blood work done, came home. Blood work was interesting because people fasting don't mention they're fasting, and then they pass out while they're getting their blood work done. So that was interesting. And so I came home, and that was pretty much the excitement of my week, other than it being the last full work week of 2018, because we're 10 days away. Well, actually, we're a little bit less than that now. No, we're 10 days away from Christmas, and during the Christmas holidays, I usually have a shortened week. Usually a week before the holidays, I have a 4-week work week, and then after that, for the last 2 weeks of the year, I usually just go in for a day, just to say that I'm there. What helps is that I do have time off. I have banked hours, so those get added on to my vacation time. So very, very fun. Very, very good to know that at 5 o'clock yesterday, I was like, yes, next Friday I get to sleep in. So I'm excited for that. And I actually promised you guys last week that if I reach, sorry guys, my nose is a little bit leaky. I'm not sick. I'm just leaky. I actually promised you guys this week to let you guys know a little bit about my Invisalign journey diet. I am pleased to say, because I actually weighed myself earlier than usual. I usually weigh myself on Sundays, but I cheated. I weighed myself today. And I actually have to send that to my weight loss partner. I weighed myself today because tomorrow I'm like supposed to be super busy. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to weigh myself, so I weighed myself a little bit early. And as of today, I lost 5 kilos, which rounds off to a little bit over 10 pounds. So as of today, I am I actually took a picture of it because my scale is in kilos. For those of you who don't know the transition of kilos to pounds, you take your kilogram weight and you multiply it by 2.204. So as of today, I am 152.7 pounds. So I actually lost a little bit more than 10 pounds. When I had actually went to go get myself weighed at the hospital, I was at a stable weight as when I did my last weigh-in, so I hadn't gained anything, I hadn't lost anything, I didn't gain anything, which was pretty good because it was 2 days after I weighed myself in. But I am so happy. I'm not necessarily doing this to become more skinny. I'm doing this to become more healthy, and hopefully it'll help with a couple of the other problems that I do have, considering that because I have goiters on my thyroid, my metabolism is slow. My PCOS doesn't help with my metabolism either, so it's all of a big mix-up. So I am very happy with it, and it's a big accomplishment. 10 pounds in like 10 weeks, that's a lot, at least for me. That's a lot. Not easy, but pretty good. I am very proud of myself. I also have to say that it helps when you have somebody kind of pushing you in the butt a bit. I do have Rabia that giving that push, like I'm there like, I want bread, and she's like, you can't have bread. Don't look at it. And we kind of, you know, like, oh, this is what I feel like eating today, but I don't know, and kind of give each other ideas. And my fiance does help a lot, and a lot of people look at him sometimes when he says certain things and they're like, that's kind of fat shaming your fiance. And he's like, no, I'm not fat shaming. And I don't take it as fat shaming. Sometimes I look at him like, really? But he does it for my own good. Like, example, if he knows I had starchy food, like, I'm allowed to have one portion of starchy food, like either pasta or rice or bread or whatever. But if he knows I had my portion and I'm like staring down that other portion, he looks at me like, you sure you should be eating that? You already had your portion. You shouldn't be eating that. Like, you do what you want. You know what you're supposed to do. But I know what you're supposed to do too. So should you be eating that? And some people are like, just let her have it. But he does it out of knowing and goodwill and knowing that I'm going to complain about it after. So I have very two good pushers in my life to like push me to do the right thing. I just need someone to push me to go to the gym now. So that's about it for week 10. I'm not sure exactly yet how my filming is going to be next week. It might still be on a Saturday morning, but because holiday season will be in full force, I don't know if I'm going out of town super early. I'm supposed to be going to the Eastern Townships. I have one of my friends that live close to there, and she's doing like a Christmas I guess you could say like Christmas sleepover at her condo, and we're doing like a gift exchange and whatnot, so that is going to be interesting. I don't know what time we're leaving here though, so if we leave in the afternoon, I will be doing my filming in the morning. If not, I will probably be doing this Sunday night. I'm not too sure yet. I'm gonna have to see how that goes, but considering that it's the holiday season, I will have more time and probably a lot more things to talk about, considering it's the holidays and it's one of the first, it is officially the first holiday that I have with the Invisalign in my mouth. So I'm pretty excited for that. And I hope you guys will all be here next week. And I promise you, next weekend for the holidays, I will be wearing Christmas pajamas. I won't be wearing my normal ones, to be a little bit more in the holiday spirit. So I hope you guys like it. Don't forget to comment if you have any questions, or just comment. And I'll see you all next week. Doodaloo.